It started with a simple lawn care issue. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a typical suburban neighborhood in America. I had always taken pride in my property, freshly mowed lawn, trimmed bushes, a neatly edged driveway. I believed that maintaining my home was part of being a responsible homeowner. But that pride turned into a nightmare the day I received a letter from the HOA. The letter was not just a warning. It was a threat. They claimed I had violated multiple community standards, specifically citing my landscaping and the color of my fence. The HOA president, Karen, who was known across town for her overbearing attitude, had decided my yard was unsightly. Her words were harsh, and her tone was even harsher. The letter demanded I pay a fine of $5,000 within 10 days. Failure to comply would result in legal action, liens placed on my property, and even foreclosure. I was stunned. I had always followed HOA rules, paid my dues, and maintained my property to the highest standards. How could she threaten such drastic measures over a yard? The first instinct was disbelief. I double-checked the HOA's rules, the city's ordinances, and my permits. All of it confirmed I was in full compliance. I had the right to maintain my property as I saw fit. So I responded politely, attaching copies of my permits, photos of my yard, and a letter explaining that I had done nothing wrong. But Karen was relentless. She dismissed my responses, claiming I was deliberately defying community standards and that her authority was absolute. Her email was filled with threats, warnings, and accusations. She even accused me of setting a bad example for the neighborhood. I knew I had to fight back, but I also knew her tactics were designed to intimidate. I consulted a local attorney experienced in HOA disputes. The lawyer confirmed what I already knew. Her threats were baseless, and I had every legal right to contest the fine. The next few weeks were a roller coaster. Karen's harassment intensified. She posted on neighborhood social media groups, spreading false rumors that I was a negligent homeowner and trying to undermine the community. She filed complaints with city officials, claiming I was violating zoning laws and creating a safety hazard. The pressure was overwhelming. I started collecting evidence, photos of my yard, emails from Karen, permits, and neighborhood support letters. I also spoke with other homeowners who had faced similar harassment. Their stories gave me strength. I realized I wasn't alone. Then I decided I had enough. I couldn't let her bully me into submission. I ran for HOA president. I knew the only way to truly fight her was from the inside. I campaigned door to door, using social media, and presented my case openly. I explained that HOA rules should be fair, reasonable, and applied equally. The election was tense. Karen's supporters tried to discredit me, spreading rumors and false allegations. But I had the support of many honest homeowners tired of her overreach. When the votes were finally tallied, I won by a clear margin. Becoming HOA president was a turning point. Not only did I get the power to challenge her policies directly, but I also gained the moral authority to stand up against her. I called an emergency HOA meeting, presenting my case. The $5,000 fine was invalid, her threats illegal, and her abuse of power unacceptable. Karen was furious. She tried to rally her supporters, but the community saw through her. I presented my evidence, legal permits, neighborhood support letters, and case law showing her threats were baseless. The HOA board, after reviewing the facts, voted unanimously to dismiss her fines and censure her for misconduct. But Karen wasn't the type to back down. She filed a lawsuit claiming defamation and abuse of power. The legal battle was fierce, but I had the law on my side. I continued gathering evidence, hiring experts, and preparing for court. In court, the judge listened carefully. The evidence was overwhelming. Karen's actions were proven to be retaliatory and malicious. The judge dismissed her lawsuit, ordered her to pay my legal expenses, and issued a restraining order preventing her from further harassment. Her reputation was crushed. Her attempts to use legal threats and intimidation had backfired spectacularly. Meanwhile, I had reclaimed my dignity and my property rights. The community rallied behind me, tired of her petty tyranny. Today I stand as a testament to resilience. I turned a petty HOA dispute into a victory for all homeowners tired of overreach. I learned that standing up, getting involved, and fighting back with facts and legal support is the best way to protect your rights. And to anyone facing similar battles, remember, don't let bullies like Karen win. Stand tall, gather your evidence, and run for the position that gives you the power to change the rules from within. Because in America, your property rights are worth fighting for.